Well, hello everyone, it's ya boy, Froggy, and guess what? Today is Frog Day. Frog Day 2017, and I couldn't not make any content, especially since, well, it's fucking Frog Day. So what I decided to do for this, since it was a Monday and not like a Friday like I usually upload, I decided to go with an earlier idea that someone suggested to me, and a few other people had informed me that they would like, this to happen. So I'm not sure how the schedule would be. I don't know if I'm going to be doing this every Monday or if it's going to replace a Frog review. In this case, I first wanted to start off and say that this video is going to replace Friday's scheduled Frog review, mainly because I'm going to be out of town for that day and for the next few days as well, so I wouldn't be able to upload. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. Let's go ahead and explain sort of what this sort of thing is. Frogs in Media is going to be a little rubric, a little section where I analyze and review frogs that have been present in media, such as movies, cartoons, comic books, video games, anything at all. And in this case, the titular character is going to be Frog from Chrono Trigger. And you'll have to excuse me because my details are a bit hazy. I used to this game came out very, very long time ago. So the story details as to this character in specific are kind of a bit off, but I have read just briefly, sort of to give myself a quick rundown for the characters. So first things first, Chrono Trigger is a game that came out on the SNES and a very long time ago. I think it was way before I was born. And it also re-released on the 3DS. So because I never owned an SNES, I opted for the 3DS version. And I played it and I loved it. It was probably one of my favorite RPGs and probably still is today. And so yeah, so you follow the story of Chrono, who is a person who, with the help of other characters which you recruit, you go back in time, forward in time, alternate timelines, just to stop basically a monster from eradicating the world as we know it, called Lavos. And so Frog is one of the first characters that joins your team. I think it's the third or the fourth. He is a knight who basically trained under this sort of other knight, and he was very faithful to him. I think his name was Cyrus, if I'm not mistaken. He was also close with the queen, who I believe is a villain. I'm not entirely sure. She turns out to be one. Either way, Frog is a great character, as he is very humble, very nobilistic in his demeanor. Like he will, he's very believes in chivalry, despite him being a frog. And so he has a sort of a, how can I say it? Like he wants revenge over Magus, who is for the most part of the game an enemy, like the main antagonist, for having killed, I think it was Cyrus, his old master or his old friend. In the end, Frog is one of the, probably not one of the best characters in your party. Like I know that a lot of people won't use him in their runs because there are other characters that are better, like for example Marl, who uses fire, and Robo, who just hits really, really hard, and Chrono, which is also the main character, and he is just really good in general. However, you do get Masamune with him, which is a sort of like his ultimate weapon. I think every character goes through like an arc and finds their ultimate spell or their ultimate weapon, which greatly improves them. And so I think Frog with the Masamune is actually pretty good. I don't entirely remember if he was amazing or any way, but he was a very whimsical character, kind of like he was a play on the whole kissing a frog will turn a prince into, frog into a prince, but in this case, he is a frog knight prince kind of thing. So with that being said, sorry for this impromptu thing. I only had a few minutes to prepare, but I just thought this was a good thing to head out, to bring out, especially on Frog Day 2017. So if you do like this sort of section, please let me know. I will continue doing these. If you like, please also give me more frogs that you'd like me to review, either in for the frog review section or for frogs in media. And with that being said, thanks for tuning in. That'll be ya boy. I'll be signing out. Peace.